Nathan Gonzales is the editor and publisher of Inside Elections and a Faith Nation contributor, and he joins us now. Nathan, welcome. So Biden and Trump both in Georgia this weekend. A new Emerson poll shows Trump up 4 points over Biden there, 52 to 48. Let's start there with your thoughts on that as we look forward to November. Still 8 months to go.
Yeah, well, it's no accident when candidates show up in any state, including Georgia. Georgia and Arizona, I would argue, are our emerging swing states. I think it's also a state that Biden won narrowly in 2020 that he might be most at risk of losing in 2024. The good news for Biden is that he doesn't have to win Georgia in order to get reelected, but it's right there in the center. And Trump is winning in the national polls, but he's also winning across multiple swing states, including Michigan, Wisconsin, Nevada. You know, it's right now it's good to be Trump. The challenge for Republicans is that the election is not held today, and there's still time for this race to evolve.
Nathan, we're only a few days removed from last week's State of the Union, so it may be too early to tell whether the State of the Union did anything to boost Biden's poll numbers. But what about enthusiasm among Democrats?
I think the speech was a boost of enthusiasm that Democrats needed. I think Biden had been taking on water, just taking a lot of criticism for his age, his performance in office. And I think this showed Democrats that he can do this. I mean, that he can run this campaign. They can get behind him. He laid out a blueprint on specific issues of not necessarily that everyone had to agree, but at least how Democrats can run on specific issues. And I think it was key, the tone and the issues and how and getting Democrats to be on board and say, hey, this can be done.
Yeah. Special Counsel Robert Hur took a grilling today, Nathan, from both Democrats and Republicans. What did you take away from his testimony? And to your point about Biden's age and those concerns that Democrats had, does this give new life to the sticky age issue for the Biden campaign and Democrats?
Right. Most people have already made up their mind about whether Biden is fit for a second term. I don't think that this really changed a lot of minds. Overall, this is probably a good story politically for Republicans because it keeps the focus on age. Even though Democrats wanted to discredit her, I don't think that just the time spent on the issue really helps Biden. He wants people to think more broadly about issues and also think of this as a contrast, a comparison between two candidates rather than just a referendum on his ability.
Just a few seconds left, Nathan. We learned today that Republican Congressman Ken Buck of Colorado will resign next week. What do you make of the timing of his announcement and how it might affect the razor-thin margin of control in the House?
Well, this is going to make Speaker Johnson's life more difficult because it's going to take his already narrow majority down by one more seat after Buck resigns and before a special election is in place to replace him. So this is going to be, ultimately Republicans will hold the seat because it's a Republican district, but it's going to make legislating on Capitol Hill more difficult.
All right, Nathan Gonzales of Inside Elections. We always appreciate your time and insights. Thanks, Nathan.